Hi students! Today we'll focus on mistakes with adjectives and adverbs. The first one involves the word enough. Error number 72. Don't say, "This box isn't enough big for all the books." The correct way is, "This box isn't big enough for all the books." Enough goes after adjectives, adverbs, and verbs. For example, are you old enough to see this movie? She's smart enough to take the advanced class. You sing well enough to be a professional. The teacher speaks slowly enough for me to understand. I play the piano, but I don't practice enough. Make sure you eat enough now so that you're not hungry later. Enough goes before nouns. So we say, there are enough chairs for everybody to sit down. There isn't enough information in this report. I need more details. We don't have enough people to form a soccer team. Do you have enough money to buy that motorcycle? So remember, enough goes after adjectives, adverbs, and verbs, and enough goes before nouns. Error number 73. Don't say, "I can't believe how much stubborn he is." The correct sentence is, "I can't believe how stubborn he is." We only use how much and how many before nouns. With adjectives and adverbs, we use only how. So we say, "How tall are you?" I want to see how comfortable the couch is before buying it. How quickly can they finish the project? This software measures how efficiently the employees are working. Error number 74. Don't say, "These are my favorites shoes." The correct sentence is, "These are my favorite shoes," or "These shoes are my favorites." Adjectives before nouns are always singular in English, even if the noun is plural. So we say, "Our house has 3 small rooms," not smalls rooms, small rooms. The forest is filled with giant trees. I have a couple of friendly dogs. I've finished this book. Now I'll read the other ones I borrowed from the library. We say other ones, not others ones. Some adjectives, especially others, can be used in plural form if the noun was mentioned earlier and is not directly after the adjective. Let's look at some examples. I have many pairs of shoes, but these red shoes are my favorites. My favorites means my favorite shoes. The boss gave raises to some employees, but not others. Others means other employees. Some of the shows on this channel are great, and others are terrible. Others means other shows on this channel. But again, if the word other comes before the noun, then it would be singular. We would say other shows, not others shows. Got it? Error number 75. Don't say, "Last night I was a lot tired." The correct sentence is, "Last night I was so tired," or "very tired," or "really tired." The words so, very, and really are all used before adjectives and adverbs to add emphasis or describe something that is intense. For example, "This book is so interesting," "very interesting," or "really interesting." She plays the piano so, very, or really well. They moved here so, very, or really recently. A lot of and lots of are used before nouns to describe a large quantity or amount. For example, I ate a lot of pizza or lots of pizza last night. There were a lot of kids or lots of kids at the playground. Note that it's always a lot, 2 words, and never a lot, 1 word. We can also use a lot after verbs to describe something we do frequently or often. For example, I read a lot. Do you exercise a lot? Error number 76. Don't say, my new computer is more better than my old one. The correct sentence is, my new computer is better than my old one. Or, my new computer is much better than my old one, to add extra emphasis. Let's review how we form comparative adjectives. For words with 1 syllable, we add er, so fast becomes faster. For words ending in y, we add ier. For example, easy becomes easier. And for words that have more than 2 syllables, we add the word more, so popular becomes more popular. And then we have some irregular ones. Good becomes better, and bad becomes worse. So we only use the word more to make comparisons using adjectives of 2 or more syllables. More popular, more interesting, more efficient, more comfortable, etc. The word better is already a comparative. Something is good, this other thing is better. So we should never add more. There's no such thing as more better. If you want to add extra emphasis to a comparative adjective, then you can add much. So you can say, my new computer is much better than my old one. Not just a little bit better, much better. This lesson is much easier than yesterday's. My sister is much more popular than me. So the comparative is more popular, and we add much for emphasis. My sister is much more popular than me. This problem is much worse than we imagined. Error number 77. Don't say, my apartment is 10 miles far from here. The correct sentence is, my apartment is 10 miles away from here. When we're talking about general long distances, then we can say far from or far away from. So we can say, my apartment is far from here or far away from here. However, when we're talking about a specific distance, then we say away from or simply from, and we don't use the word far. So we say, my apartment is 10 miles away from here, or my apartment is 10 miles from here. This is confusing because the question might ask how far, but we don't use the word far when we're giving an answer with a specific distance. So someone might ask, how far is the nearest gas station? Or simply, where is the nearest gas station? And we could answer, it's about 2 blocks away. We say 2 blocks, that's a specific distance, away, not 2 blocks far. Someone could ask, how far is the museum from here? And we could answer, at least 5 miles away. You should probably take the bus. You can only use far in your answer when speaking in general terms without a specific distance. So if someone asks, how far is the museum? You could say, it's not far. That means it's a short distance away. Or, it's pretty far, quite far, or very far, meaning it's a long distance away. That's all for now. The next lesson is our last one in the grammar section, and I'll teach you about a number of mistakes that I've found in my students' written English, which they've sent in for correction in my other courses. I'll see you next time.
This was a free sample from our new course all about 200 common errors in English. If you want to get more lessons like this one and learn how to fix mistakes in grammar, vocabulary, spelling, pronunciation, and more, click on the link in the video or in the description to learn more and join the 200 Common Errors course.